What's going on, boys and girls? JD back for another Let's Play. This time we're going to be doing some Ark. I've been streaming some Ark recently, and I decided it might be fun to do, some 30-minute based episodes of me building up and how I play on Ark. So I am hopefully going to be running a single mod on this server that I've got set up to play on. Should be this one, I believe, right here. This is just a locally hosted center map. The only mod that I have on here is Structures Plus, also known as S Plus. I've looked at the Ragnarok map and I thought about playing on it, but I don't think I want to right now. It still feels a bit small. I know it's still in development. It's very beautiful. I liked it, but I don't think I want to do a Let's Play on it just yet. So I'm looking at doing it over on the center. And the only modifications I've changed to the basic game besides Structures Plus is I have Dino Taming, I think, set at 3 times normal. And I think resource respawn is set to... Ooh, that's loud. Let me turn that down a bit. Resource respawn is set at around 2 times the default level. Simply because I'm playing by myself. Is there really a reason for me to spend 24 hours plus trying to tame a dino? I don't really think so. So I've got this little preset guy I use named Grim. Maybe I should go with a female this time. Nah, she looks like a bird. I'm gonna go with Grim. And we're just gonna name him JD and get started. Alright, so I think I usually spawn and start on one of the tropical islands, okay? But I think I'm gonna do it a little different this time. I think I'm gonna do it on Jungle North this time. Why not? So let's create a new survivor and let's get started in Ark. I'm not sure what the exact format I'm going to do with this is going to be. Oh, great. I'm spawning at night. How wonderful. Hey, there's a supply drop. But we're just going to, kind of like my Minecraft series, we're just going to kind of roll with it. I don't know what all Structures Plus adds. I was just told that it's a really good mod in terms of fixing vanilla gameplay. It's not really game breaking or game changing. A Quetzal. There's a Quetzal right there. One of the biggest flying dinos in the game. That's pretty amazing. I am already freezing to death. This is bad. We need to get some freaking clothes. And we need to get some wood. And some thatch. So we got to start off by punching some trees here. If you've never played Ark, left click punches. And you got to get some stones, some thatch, and some wood. That'll allow you to craft your first item, which will be a pickaxe. Every time you punch that tree, it hurts you. It takes away your health. So you don't want to be punching trees for very long. You want to switch to a tool as quick as possible. Once you get your pickaxe, you're going to be able to collect a lot more thatch a lot quicker. And there we go. We got our first level. Nice. All right. We're going to be putting our first group of levels into... I'm thinking melee damage just for the harvesting bonuses. But it could be nice to have some other things as well. We're going to go with melee damage. All right. We're going to pick up an axe, a hatchet. And to make a hatchet, we're going to need some thatch, or not thatch, some wood, I think some fiber. And we get fiber just by harvesting these plants right here, which you use your E key by default, I think. And you also get berries. And then we're going to need some flint, and we get flint from chopping away at stones. So that should give us enough to make our first hatchet. And we'll go ahead and make a torch as well, because the torch will help us to stay warm. And I need to poop. So anytime that your little food meter over here turns white like this, it means you're ready to poop. So there we go. I got a little ball of poop. And you use poop as fertilizer. Now the advantage of the torch is that with the torch out, it keeps me a little warmer, and I can continue to harvest berries and fiber. I need the berries to survive. I'll use the fiber soon to make clothing to keep myself even a little bit more warm. So that will come in very handy. So first things I want to do is I want to get to a spot where I can build myself some shelter, where I can stay safe, and it's, relatively close to the things that I need. In most situations, the beaches are a good place to start, where I'm at right now. In my particular instance, I think I'm going to try to move inland a bit and find a place that's going to be kind of a more permanent base, most likely. But I do want to get at least the first few levels done here on the beach and get to where I'm, a little bit more self-sustained. Um, there are a lot of really boring parts in the grind for Ark when you're first starting out. So I don't know that I will necessarily stream everything, or not stream, but record everything. I may do it kind of like I do in my Minecraft series, where once I kind of show myself acquiring something, I'm free to use that item as much as I want wherever I want, you know, off camera to improve my quality of life. I may go where I record literally everything I do. You know, I don't know. We'll see. We're just I'm kind of slowly making my way up the hill as I harvest this fiber. And the idea is for me right now is I want to get to where I can make fiber hats, and we'll use those as a method of grinding. They're pretty good XP per resource. Now, another good thing per resource for XP is just straight up killing enemies. So I could just start killing the shit out of, pardon my language, kids, out of everything out here, and that would be pretty good XP as well. But right here, we're going to open up, you know, clothing. So we've got 13 points to spend. I could make spears, and I'm probably going to want to eventually make spears. But for now, I want to be able to make some clothes. So we'll spend those points there. Hides will come in pretty quickly, so it doesn't really matter which one of these I take. I'll take shoes. Alright, so we can now make quite a bit of clothing here. So let's make a hat, some pants, and a shirt. Thanks to all the harvesting we just did. And you always start with this skin, this safari hat skin. So that's pretty cool. So let's get that equipped. There we go. Now we're a lot warmer. Now we're warm even without the torch up. And that's kind of what we were going for. So now we can start focusing more on getting more important materials like wood and thatch. We still want to harvest a lot of plants for their fiber because, like I said, we can make hats to grind, right? And that's easy XP for us. The other thing that we can do is, we're hungry. See, we're starting to starve. So all these berries we've been picking, we're going to need to eat them to survive. Berries have the advantage of giving you both food and water. I would advise you stay away from the narco berries and the stem berries. Narco will knock you out, but it will allow you to heal a little bit. Stem berries will, you know, restore stamina really rapidly, but it will also drain all your water. So it's kind of a catch-22. And I believe I have the max level for dinos on this map set to 150, which is how most official center servers are, but I can't remember. Let's hope I don't run into anything bad while I'm chasing this dude. There could be bugs and stuff out here. Come on. Nah, he's just going to keep running from me like a little bitch. So we'll kill this guy instead. And that gets us some hide. And some meat. Meat is very filling in the bellies. So we'll eat a couple of meat here. And let's craft ourselves up a pair of booties. There we go. Already looking like a pro now. Got us some fancy shoes and all the stuff that we need, right? And we're almost up a level. Now that guy's kind of getting himself caught now. This could work out well for us. Your torch makes for a pretty wild weapon because you can actually smack things with it and set them on fire. And that's exactly what I want to do to this lady. Is try to burn her to death so that I can kill her back here in this corner. The torch also happens to be really cheap to repair, but the axe is the better weapon. And really, you're better off headshotting things than doing what I'm doing right now. But this works. It got us our level, and we're getting some good hide and meat off of it, which will come in handy. Bam. That was a good harvest right there. Really good harvest. Let's keep that melee damage pumping up. Alright. So at this point we have 9 points remaining. So 9, 3, 6, 9. I can only do 3 things here, or I could pick up my gloves and do 2 things here. I'm gonna go with the thatch foundation and the door frame and the door, because with that I can at least build a semi safe structure to hide in. Like there's bad guys right there. I don't want to die to those guys. They're probably gonna come and eat me in just a minute. I don't really have a way out, and it's gonna suck. Alright, let's see if we can get away without dying. I don't think we can, but we're gonna try. And if I die, I lose everything that I have on me. That congratulations, dinos, you win type of thing. Yeah, we're okay so far. I'm not. Oh, we're way over here. Okay. I did not go the way I thought I went. Another. Oh, no. Basically, the way those mean dinos just went right down there is precisely the way that I need to go. So that means I'm probably going to die. So my best bet right now is to spend as much of my resources crafting with them as I can. The reason for that is every time you craft something, you're going to get XP. So I'm going to craft this stuff up and use up the materials rather than, just dying and losing it all. Seems like a better plan to me. So we're going to make as many hats as we can. We're going to get 10 of them made. And we can move while we're crafting, but we'll be a lot slower than normal. Now, hopefully this recording comes out well, because, I'm not really going to start over, but I've been really trying to tweak and change around my recording settings, so hopefully they come out real clean and crisp. We'll see how that goes. This is kind of a cool spot. I can kind of chill back here hidden. Might be a good place. Hey, I'm actually getting a housing bonus right here. Nice. So if you look right here, I get this little housing buff, right? And what that does is it provides me with extra warmth because I'm out of, the weather and whatnot, and I can live back here, technically, quote unquote. We made a few foundations. I guess I could actually set up a little house back here. It is kind of a hidden area, so it's not too bad. I would want to put it somewhere where I can get a couple of them, though. So part of the trick in Ark is that as you place foundations and things like this in the world, any resources that spawned there at the time won't spawn there any longer. So, oh, we got a level. What am I doing? Let's go ahead and put that level in. Puts me up to 120% melee. Okay, so in the next tier, the slingshot is something I'm gonna want to buy eventually, because it leads to getting bows down the road, and I'm gonna want bows for sure. But I don't really need the slingshot yet. It can't do anything, really super great for me. I think more important would be to go ahead and get thatch walls and thatch ceilings, and that leaves me with 2 points left over. But now I can do all of my basic housing structures, and the reason that's important is because as I progress through the technology trees, so let's say I get up to being able to build, I'm dead. As I get up to being able to build like wooden houses and whatnot, you can't learn to build a wooden house unless you can already build a thatch house. And I was just killed by a level 3 Alisar. So fun stuff. So let's respawn. Now until we get beds put down, we're just going to respawn randomly. So we're just going to respawn Jungle North again and see where it puts us. That's a Dilo. Dilos are spitters, and they're vicious and they're mean. Like the little guy in Jurassic Park that eats the fat man. That's a Dilophosaurus. Okay, see that little red thing on the beach? That's a dino egg. Let's go see what kind it is. I think it's a Dilo egg. So if you pick up a dino egg, its mom is going to try to eat you. And this is a Dilophosaurus egg. Probably that Dilo right there. So I could take it, but I'll piss that Dilo off, and right now I don't feel like dealing with that. I don't have any weapons or anything. So let's kind of pick up the stuff we need to make a new set of tools. Let's go. We'll need a few stone. Gotta get 10 thatch and another piece of wood. There's the wood. We just need the thatch. There we go. Got some thatch. Alright, let's go and get our pick made again. Now, I could go look for my body, but dinos have this habit of camping you for a little while at least. And really what was on that body wasn't all that valuable. So it's better to just kind of let it go and keep moving. And that's what I'm going to do. So we've got a bunch of flint now. That's going to come in handy soon. Now, there were some hides on that body that would have come in handy for making a mortar and pestle, but we'll get by without it. Alright, so we got the stuff now that we can build a hatchet. Whoa, we got compies. Alright, compies are bad, and at the same time, they're kind of good. So in a pack like that, they can jack me up really bad, right? If all those little dudes start attacking me at once, I can get wrecked. Especially these high-level ones, right? But if we get down here in the water close enough, you know, just step foot into the water, we'll kind of get to a safe zone. And that will allow me to kill them, which is good for XP, right? And then I can also harvest them and get myself more hides and meat, which is also good for me. So it's generally a good idea early game when you get attacked by things. Just kind of start backpedaling and swinging for your life. You never know when you might win. So we just killed a couple of compies off. That's nice. Let's go ahead and eat some of that meat. Now, eating meat poisons you. And if you hold H, you can read that. But it only poisons us temporarily. And it's worth it because of how much hunger it restores. It'd be a lot more worth it if we could cook it. And that's what we're going to want to do eventually. But for right now, you know, we're just trying to make it. Alright, this is where I want to be. This is good. We just don't want to get attacked by anything while we're in this area. Like that Dilo. I know where I want to go set up shop at. Alright, that thing over there will attack me and attempt to eat me. So I need to be careful. So I'm kind of like half-heartedly gathering the material to set up our first little base up in these mountains up here where I want to go. Sun's coming up. That's going to make it a lot easier to survive in terms of temperature. So the big problem with temperature is if you're really cold, you start to go through your hunger bar a lot quicker. So as you can see, you know, I've been freezing for a little bit, so my hunger bar is basically empty. It's a lot harder to stay nourished when you're freezing. Alright, so there's some Trudons to my left. There's several of these, I can't remember their names right now. These big feathery assholes is what we're going to call them, because that's what they are. Hat, pants, and we'll go from there. We're going to kind of try to make our way up this hill. If this is the hill that I think it is. Alright, we're not cold anymore. That's good. That's going to help us hunger-wise. Oh, that's bad. That's a Dilo. And so as we walk through here, we just want to kind of be... See that guy right there? We can't fight with that big boy. He will eat us. And they're not nice. So, we want to try to circumvent him as best as possible. But we want to keep going up the mountain. Oh, there's bugs. That's bad too. So the problem with bugs is that as they sting you, you drop stamina. And as you drop stamina, there's Trudons right here. I'm going to die now because they're always in packs. So as bugs sting you, your stamina drops. As your stamina drops, your ability to sprint goes away. Trudons kind of do the same thing. As they bite you, they will increase your torpor level. And as your torpor level goes up, you eventually get knocked out. And if you get knocked out, well, you're asleep on the ground and things are going to come and eat you. So far, we've gotten super lucky. I'm sure our luck won't last too much longer, but so far, we've made it up to this point, and that's good. So this is actually the ledge where I kind of would like to set up. I found this ledge in my stream when I was playing the other day. I mean, I've always known about it because I've played the center map extensively. And there are better places than this for sure. But this is just kind of where I think I want to set up this time. I think it'll be a fun place to build. It has a lot of access to water, and it's kind of centrally located. So it's a pretty cool place. There's dodos that spawn up here. There's just kind of a little bit of everything that I need up here. Rocks and trees and stuff are nearby. So there's a Quetzal flying right there. So it's literally right up against this rock facing, I think, is where I want to build this time. So let's kind of clear the area out a bit. We don't have to go crazy. And let's see here. Let's craft. We're going to keep it super simple to start, right? A one-room shack is the goal right now. Now the question is, what am I going to run out of first, resource-wise? And I think I'm going to run out of logs first. Hey, we got us a level from building all these building stuff. That's cool. Now these trees up here, they can hold up a lot of wood. And it's better for me to go ahead and pump my melee level in, because the higher my melee damage gets, the more resources I can harvest in a single swing. And that's going to be pretty important later. Alright, we're a little bit overweight. That's okay. How many of these can we craft? 4 of them. Let's get them all 4 crafted. So why am I crafting 4 of those? Well, those are good experience. Foundations are almost always the best things you can craft experience-wise. But unfortunately, thatch foundations, as you make them, are actually going to increase your weight. I think the problem is that I'm going to run out of fiber. So is that what's going on? Yep. So if I can reach out and get some more fiber. Can't. Alright. Alright, let's do something very simple and basic for right now. Let's put this, say, here. Okay, we can't move yet. Let's throw these stones and these logs out. We'll pick those back up in just a minute. So what I want to see is that I position that piece correctly, right? It looks correct to an extent. It looks, no, it's not. So it's in the right spot, but it's not at the right angle, okay? And what do I mean by it's in the right spot? Well, I can build all the way out. That's one of the important things. All right, but like I said, it's not at the right angle, so let's get rid of it right quick. So what is the right angle? Well, the right angle is going to be probably about right here. Let's take a look at that one. Yeah, that's good. That's nice and on point for what I want. So with this, I can come all the way out to here. I could even, if I wanted to, I could go even further out. And I'll be able to build another one of those because I destroyed those two. So anytime you destroy these things, you're going to get back a little bit of your materials. So this can extend all the way out and all the way across that way. That's good. That's part of what I want, right? The other thing that I want to do, though, is I want to be able to come this way with it. So let's get some more fiber right quick. I don't want those things to expire before I can use them. Alright, so as you can see, we're able to kind of bridge this little dip we have right here. And that's really good for me because that's what I want to do. Hey, look, a wild male dodo. I got an idea. We got some berries, right? Yeah, let's knock this guy out. Let's punch him. Not only are we going to get our first house off the ground, we're going to get our first tame dino. Alright, he's unconscious. So while he's unconscious, we can open up his inventory. Well, I should be able to, but it's not letting me. There we go. And we can see that as he lays here sleeping, his torpor level is going down, but so is his food, right? So what we can do is we can dump some food in here, like some mayho berries, and as he begins to eat them, he will start to become tame. So you can see that he's got that little taming meter, and every time he eats a little bit of berries, that taming meter is going to go up. And that's beautiful, because that means we're going to get our first tame dino. And there are several advantages to that, especially getting one right off the bat like this. So we will wait for him to finish. Now, his torpor, if it happens to run empty before the taming bar fills up, then that means that he wakes up and I don't get my tame dinosaur. So what I can do is I can feed him a couple of these berries right here, these narco berries, and knock him unconscious for longer. See, I just increased his torpor. It's rising now. And the way you do that is you put it in his inventory, you hit E on it a couple times, and he eats it. Now, I'm going to put some extra berries in there just in case those mayhos aren't enough. And we're going to get the rest of this going on for a second here. So let's put some walls up. Get us, basic house here. I'm just going to put a regular wall there for now. We're going to put our door and our ceiling up so that we're getting a housing bonus from right here. So we're not so cold no more. And so that when Mr. Dodo there wakes up, he'll have a little place to keep him safe from all the baddies of the world. There we go, our first house. And when we're inside of it, we get a housing bonus. We're much warmer. The rain doesn't come in. It's great. No place like home, right? Mr. Dodo's about done. We're just waiting on him to finish up right quick. We'll do some harvesting while we wait. Oh, he's done. All right. So with a dodo, we can pick him up by hitting E and carry him. We will put him inside of our house right here. So let's close our door. Let's tell him what we want to do. Let's change his behavior. So the first thing I want to do is I want to set him to passive. I don't want to, he's not a fighter. He just hangs out in here. You know what I mean? We don't want him to follow us anywhere either. And so we've disabled following. We've set his stance to passive. So that's really about it. Now the other thing that dodos are good for is if you look, these berries, they spoil really quick in my inventory. Minute and 18 seconds. But if I put it in his, that becomes 5 minutes and 8 seconds. So dodos are good for storing things, kind of like a refrigerator, until I can get things that are more like refrigerators. So not only that, I can put whatever I want really on him, and he can just act as a little storage bin for me until I can build storage bins. And right now his weight's full, so he won't move around. But I've stored some stuff in him to keep it safe. Now, I really don't want to store that wood on him, nor do I want to store the thatch. But those berries and stuff, that's a good place to stick those things. And he'll just hang out right there by himself. So what would be really nice now is if we could find like a female dodo. And I know we passed a couple of other dodos as we were walking out this direction. So let's see if we can find a female right quick. And maybe we can get him a partner. What do we got here? That's a male. See, the little heart above his head says that there's a female around here too. Let's find her. Well, where is this? There she is. She's level 26, so she's a little higher. That's okay. We're still going to punch her in the head. Try to knock her out as best as we can. And all the while, we're also, purposefully knocking her towards our base. So we're going to kind of do the same thing. This time I'm going to do it a little bit different, though. I'm going to let her hunger bar get a little bit lower before I actually put the berries in. Because she's not so close to my base, right? So what if I had the berries on her and a wild dino walked up who was a meat eater and decided to eat her? Well, I would be out all my berries and that would suck. Now with berries that we're getting right now, that's not such a huge deal. They're not hard for me to come, to get. but some of the stuff I might get down the road might be pretty valuable to me, you know, in terms of taming. And I won't want to lose it. So there's a specific style of taming called starve taming. And in this style of taming, you basically let the dinosaur you're attempting to tame get down to its maximum point of hunger to where it's ready to be tamed completely in one go, and you stick all the food that it's going to need in it right then, instead of just letting it slowly eat up and things of that nature. And you'll see me doing it a lot because it's the pretty much the standard way to tame things. Now we've picked up quite a bit of fiber. We're mostly doing this for berries right now to tame this dodo, but also for the fiber. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, we need that fiber. How much do we have? Oh, we got quite a bit of fiber. Let's make a pair of shoes, and then let's make hats after that. We're gonna make 21 hats, and the whole time we're making hats, you know, I'll be able to continue to harvest more fiber and just gain some XP and get some levels under our belts. What we're trying to get to as quickly as we can is wooden foundations. Once we can start building with wood, our house becomes a lot more safe and a lot more stable. So we're going to go ahead and up her torp. So I just fed her 5 berries. Each berry gives about 7 torp if I remember right. Something like that. Now most berry eaters like these purple berries the most. So we're going to go ahead and just drop this in on her, and we'll give her some blues to go with it. We're going to eat the red berries ourselves. And her team, there we go, we got a level, awesome. Let's throw that in here. Okay, so at this point we could make a bed if we knew how to make a sleeping bag, and that would cost us 11 Ingram points. I have 18, you can also see them right here. So I'm actually okay with that. So 11, I would have 7 left. I know I want to spend 6 right here on this mortar and pestle. So let's do that. This, and this. There we go, beautiful. Those are some important items for us. This dodo is about done. One more little bite. And if you notice, the taming effectiveness is 72.6, and it's going to gain 9 levels when I finish taming it. The longer it takes to feed one, once you start feeding it, the less bonus levels you gain. This is another reason why starve taming is so important. It allows you to get the maximum level out of tamed pets that you can get. Alright, now just like with the first dodo, we want to change the behavior options, disable the following, set it to passive. And if you look, now these two are in love, right? Because I have these two as a pair, she has a higher likelihood of laying eggs. Those eggs are going to be very, very important to me very soon. Eggs are not only an excellent source of food, and now, you know, I'm getting my own food. Besides just harvesting berries, I'm going to produce it passively via dodos. And that's going to come in very handy. Now, one of the things I want to build as soon as I can is a way to get up and down from this beach. Because if you look, there's another dodo right down there. There's several of them. So that might be a better place to get dodos than up here. I don't think dodos, you know, regularly spawn up here. And plus, it'd just be nice to be able to get down to that water in case I need to drink, things like that. And we do need to poop again. So, where did that go? Because I know I did it. It just vanished. Oh well. Alright. So we got all these hats. The hats we can actually get rid of. We have no reason to keep them, right? You got to be careful when you're building your base, because even though we're up here on this hill, I know for a fact that raptors can spawn up here. I've seen them. So we're not, you know, while this is a nice spot and we're up against this rock facing, which provides some defense and whatnot, we're not really safe by any means. So what do I want to craft right now? Let's take a look. Crafting a bed would be great, but we don't have nearly enough hide. Crafting this might be nice, but we also don't have enough hide for that. So the question is, can I find some hide? And what level am I? I'm 7. Let's see what we get on the next level. If we get to 9, we get bolas, and bolas are pretty amazing. We're definitely going to want bolas. So let's kind of, you know, we'll work towards that for now. Actually, you know what? It's been about 30 minutes. Let's call that the end of episode 1. We're going to get us a kill right here, though, first. Dun 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 dun, stock of this lysosaur. So I could attempt to feed this guy, but it would probably take me a long time, I think. He may have been worth feeding, I don't know. But he just gave me 11 freaking hide. That's awesome. That's almost enough for this, isn't it? Heck yeah. Maybe, are there other small things? Oh, there was another dodo, wasn't there? Maybe we can pull off making a bed if we can find enough things to kill. There's a dodo right there. Is this the male dodo? It is. He wasn't so good for hides. I know there was also a parasaur up here. Well, okay, these things right here, these things are evil. Leave them alone. They will steal things from you. Once you get bolas, you can kill them. But without bolas, they're kind of vicious. And just be aware. They're not nice birds. Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. Lysosaur. Level 20. Can I tame it with stem berries? Oh, hell no. Only 7 off that one as well. That sucks. Come on, guys. Need you guys to hook me up with more hides. How much do we need? We need about 11 more hides and then a little thatch and we can make our bed. Making a bed would be a very big step for us because beds mean we have an actual respawn point. I'm loving this. Well, hello, level 3 male dodo. You should be an easy kill. And you're in love, so that means there's another female up here. Maybe she won't be mad that I butchered you. Oh, we needed 1 hide. Just 1. Where'd that little other dodo go right here? This is probably level 4. Oh, we gotta knock her out. That's more eggs. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, there's a bird chasing me right now. Alright, let's put the... Okay, there we go. We got it pulled off. Hides. Wood. See, these birds are vicious, man. They take all your stuff. And I don't really have a way to defend against it. She's gonna kill me. Which sucks because I was just about to get a bed. But those birds, you don't mess. They're mean. They're real mean. Try to sneak back over here and hopefully it's gone. Vengeance of the Dodo Guardian. Now the problem is if this thing wakes up right now, oh, it's dead. And my thing, what? Alright, run for our lives. There's compies chasing us and the birds chasing us, and it's a bad situation right now. We're gonna try to make it home. I thought we had knocked that dodo out, but apparently we had killed it. And so I just butchered her for my last hide that I should need. Yes, sir. Alright, so our axe broke, and that sucks. And now our pickaxe broke, and that sucks. But we got the bed made. So let's get the bed into the house before we die. Stop pooping everywhere, birds. Alright, so we got us a bed. So let's put that down right here. Placing the bed can kind of be funky, but we'll do it like this. Good enough. Okay. So now if we do happen to die, we can respawn right here, and that's awesome. So what we can do is we can put this stuff on the birds, and just kind of to show you guys, demonstrate. There we go. Our dodo is now holding all of our stuff. We could die. I wonder if I could make it out into the water before I die. We'll try it. Nope, no, not a chance from that point. Ah, smash. But rather than respawning at a random spot on the map now, we can actually respawn at this bed and just wake up in our house, which is, you know, that's a huge deal. That's good. That's really good for us. So we got us a couple of pets, holding all of our belongings, secure housing, and not far from getting our next level. Our next level will be 8, and most likely we will pick up probably narcotics, because narcotics are literally one of the best ways in the game to level. So that's it for me, guys. As always, if you liked it, like it, and if you'd like to see more like it, hit that subscribe button. You guys be good to one another, and I'll see you next time. Laters.